Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Roberta.
I'm muted. There's a freaking spy balloon from China over America right now. Welcome back to J is for Justice. My name is Jay and I'm your host. Welcome to my channel. And there is a Chinese spy balloon that has been flying over America for 2 days. And I'm about to show you some crazy shit. Check this out. Why are we letting this happen? Is a really good question that HJ said. Like, why? What are they thinking? All right, so check this out. Here's the spy balloon right here. It's over Arkansas. Now check this out. You zoom in, right? Now check this out. Biden administration is saying we can't shoot it down because of the danger down below to people down below. It's over the Ozarks right now. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying this story that they can't shoot it down. What do you mean it's not the balloon? The hell it's not. C, does that stand for China? Because yes, it is the balloon. It most certainly is the fucking balloon. Because I'm going to show you why. Yesterday, it took a stop in Montana. Why did we let it take off again? Look, I'm going to show you. It took off from right here. So don't tell me that's not the balloon. That is most definitely the damn balloon. And let me tell you, this thing is 63,000 feet in the air. It's at a calibrated altitude of 63,000 feet. Check this out, though, you guys. All right, so watch this. So now it's over here in the Ozarks, right? This is where it went. This is where it went. It stopped in Montana. Now, why in the hell if we know it stopped there, why was it allowed to go off again? Right by Vegas. Right by Vegas, right? So then we follow it over Texas. Worrisome. And then we go over whatever state that is, Arkansas or Oklahoma. And then it went around the airport. See that? It went around the Tulsa airport. This like makes me sick. And then over here, and now it's in Arkansas. And it flew over the Ozarks. And you're telling me we can't shoot it down over the Ozarks? We couldn't have shot it down while it was in this rural area. So here you have, this is unnamed, this is C-510. So maybe they're going to shoot this fucker down. Excuse my French. But maybe you guys will be able to see live that they shoot this thing down. It is scary times, LR. It really is. I agree. So let's keep an eye on this. Let me zoom in. And let's watch what this plane does. So the number one, okay. The two followed the most are no call sign. So we have the yellow balloon, 99 Luft balloons. No, this isn't. This isn't a private jet. It can't be. Hold on a second. Let me look something up. Hold on. A C-510 is a Cessna Citation Mustang. It's a very light jet. Okay. I stand corrected. I was hoping they were going to shoot this damn thing down. I just don't see why we would put up with this. Why is this able to go on? Why is this thing from China able to go all across our country? And I'm going to tell you what this is about. So this thing is the size of 3, you heard me, 3 buses. Okay. Now, when I looked a little bit ago, there were plenty of military jets out. Here's an Air Force jet. They're in waiting in wait. That's American Airlines. But if you see these right here, these are all Air Force jets. And I believe that they're waiting. You know, they're all lined up. Look, here's another one. Oh, I can barely get it. Hold up. Right here. Here's another Air Force jet. So they're all up and they're like waiting. But Biden is saying don't shoot it down because of people below. Make it make sense. C, why do you keep saying that's not the balloon? C, then tell me, hey, C is for China. Tell me then, what is 63,000 feet in the air? And here's all your Air Force here. See, they're over Wichita. They're following one in Billings. Did I read that right? Where is Montana? I don't even know. There's no balloon over here. I don't see any balloons in Montana. I know they said it stopped in Montana. But from what I can see, it goes from Vegas. So what is that? Oh, there's Rexburg. I don't even see any military in Wyoming or in Montana. I'm not buying it. I'm thinking that's definitely the balloon. I mean, what else? What do you tell me? This is the Goodyear blimp? Are you telling me this is the Goodyear blimp? Registered to the U.S.A.? Is that surprising? Would that even shock anyone at this point? Because I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's just Walmart bringing my order. Okay, so I'm going to read this article. The Pentagon says suspected Chinese balloon has been spotted over western U.S. And then we have some department head. Oh, Pentagon spokesman, Air Force Brigadier General Patrick Ryder On Thursday, he said a suspected Chinese spy balloon is currently traveling at an altitude well above commercial traffic and does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground. The U.S. is tracking a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon that has been spotted over U.S. airspace for a couple days. For a couple days. What? Since when do we let China spy on us for a couple days? Whether that's the balloon or not, who cares? It's kind of irrelevant. If it's not the balloon, it's not the balloon. But why are we allowing China to spy on us for days? Make it make sense. I mean, if you guys want to sit there and just focus on the fact that, oh, XD, they wouldn't put that on a flight radar. Like, XD yourself, like, out the door. I mean, for real. Oh, I wonder if it can drop germs. That's a good question, Roxy. Oh, I remember the weather balloon kid. Tom Farrell wants to know, how political do you want to get? Scott Watts, there's more to this than they're saying. Kevin, I see that. I'm getting more and more perspective, Kevin, and it's freaking me out. They do. I mean, we're owned by China. I mean, are we really, like, surprised by that? So let me finish reading this. It's been over our airspace for a couple days, but the Pentagon decided not to shoot it down due to risks of harm for people on the ground. And they didn't tell us till today. A senior defense official told the Pentagon reporters that the U.S. has, quote, very high confidence. It is a Chinese high-altitude balloon.
Sure.
And it was flying over sensitive sites to collect information. So we just let it? Is that where we are as America now? We just let it? One of the places the balloon was spotted was Montana, which is home to one of the nation's 3 nuclear missile silo fields at Malmstrom Air Force Base. People should be worried about this. The official spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive information. The Pentagon press secretary said the government continues to track the balloon. He said it is currently traveling at an altitude well above commercial air traffic. So no worries. Nothing to see here, folks.
Kiss my grits.
He said similar balloon activity has been seen in the past several years. He added that the U.S. took steps to ensure it did not collect sensitive information. How? How did they take those steps?
There was leakage.
I mean, we have all these shootings of Chinese people in California, and now we have a Chinese air balloon or whatever, a Chinese blimp. Hi, Shelby. The defense official said the U.S. has engaged Chinese officials through multiple channels and communicated the seriousness of the matter. The Pentagon announcement comes days before Secretary of State Antony Blinken is expected to travel to China. It's not clear if this will affect his plans. Why doesn't he just hop on the motherfucker right now and hop on that balloon and go back? Go over there with it. It's not clear if this will affect his travel plans, which the State Department has not formally announced. Another leak. So they're flying over where one of our nuclear missile sites are. The U.S. is expanding its military presence in Asia in a string of moves aimed at countering Beijing and reassuring Indo-Pacific allies that America will stand with them against threats from China and North Korea. So we're pissing off Putin by giving like $10 billion of tanks, right, to Ukraine. So we're pissing off the 2 biggest entities The balloon is the size of 3 buses. Hey, Vicky Lynn. 3 buses. We're tracking it, though. Don't worry. They're tracking it. So the fuck are we, right? So are we, right here. And it's coming to Florida. If it comes to Florida, I'm done. Like, go away. Because you know China. They're either going to go, if they let it go over DC, I'm done. I'm done. Like, done. Donezo. Like, what if this thing flies over DC? I'm just going to be like, this is orchestrated and I'm living in, like, I'm being punked. We've all been punked. And this is like some weird virtual reality. Because when in the hell have we ever let this happen? When have we ever let this happen? Whether they share details or not, why is it going over our freaking country? It's either going to go to DC or it's coming to Florida. If it doesn't go to DC, it's going to Florida. I mean, we trained the 9/11 attackers in our own academies. I mean, it's just this is effed up. DeSantis will be out there shooting it down himself. Look at that thing, though. What if it lands at Trump's place in Florida? Right? Jen Madison's like, what's going on while we're all paying attention to this blimp, the Goodyear blimp? Okay, let's finish reading this. So now it's heading, look. See, it was up in the Ozarks. It went over Fayetteville. It's probably going over all our air bases. But look at this shiz. And I don't know how accurate, but why is it zigzagging? Look at this. Can you say sketchy? What's with these zigzags? What is it looking at? What is it scanning for? Thank you so much, Shelby. Pickle Pickle! Oh my God, Pickle Pickle, you're like an OG, and now you have a membership, Roberta.
No offense, but shut your pie hole, lady.
Yeah, what if it's carrying something, right? Oh, Potato, I love your picture. It's scary. Yeah, its path is, look at this. It's like, what's the rhyme or reason here of its path, you know? Going over one of these, the road, like the only road that comes in and out of this motherfucking place. That's scary to me. They're learning all of our infrastructure. Not that they couldn't anyway. I don't know how that works, but they're learning all of our roads and our routes. And like, this is so desolate in the mountains. Look at this. At Magnolia Falls, they're zigzagging all around. I mean, if we can provide the Ukraine with a freaking missile that literally, how big was it? A backpack missile? We're giving them backpack missiles and we can't get rid of this stupid this blimp. I mean, look at it. Oh, right over an intersection. Nothing to see here, folks. We're monitoring it. Y'all could trust whatever you want. I trust the military as well. I don't trust our current administration to have our best interests at heart. I don't. So it's still over the Ozarks here, and it was hovering over Billings, Montana on Wednesday, but this thing's moving. And it says that it is 63,300 feet. I'll say, I don't know. Some of you guys are telling me that that's not it, but there's a whole bunch of Air Force jets. Do you think that this is the balloon? That this is the Chinese balloon? Yeah, I know. I have a picture of it too. What site is that? Billings Gazette. Okay, hold on. We've got thank you for the breaking news. The Billings Gazette has, I don't know if it's a video or a picture. It's a video. Video of Chinese spy satellite hovering over Billings Wednesday. This is yesterday. This is yesterday. You guys can laugh at me about the balloon tracking it all you want. I don't know if that is or isn't, but I do know that this was taken in Billings yesterday. I haven't, Dylan. There's the photo right there. Here we go. Chase Doak took this over Billings on Wednesday. Hold on. Of course, we got to wait for an ad. But here's some video, and I think he goes, what is that? What is that? All right, here we go. First witness account.
Mr. Fresh.
Well, hello, everybody. I am sitting in my driveway here in Billings, Montana. And right now, there is a ground stop on our airport. And this thing is up in the sky. And I have no idea what it is. It's been there stationary for about the last 35 minutes. It's about 5:30 on Wednesday, February 1st, 2023. I have no idea what this thing is. I hope it's in focus. I'm shooting at it with about a 500 millimeter lens with a 2x teleconverter on it. So this is at about 1,000 millimeters right now. And for those of you who think this might just be the moon, it is not the moon. The moon is off to my right. I can see it. This is significantly smaller than the moon. All right. Again, for those of you who might think this thing is the moon, there's the thing. And whoa, there's the moon. It's not the moon.
The food inside the...
I don't even know what to say about that. Look at this satellite thing on that. What kind of data are they collecting? Jack Delaney, Tampa.
That
Wow, Lisa M. Michelle K is another tamper.
tamper that
It's the camera. It's the lens he's using. to record this. The satellite shut down air traffic and brought fighter jets, AWACS, and air tankers to the area on Wednesday afternoon. The images were captured by Billings videographer Chase Doak. Look at that shit. Hey, Tucson, Arizona. Oh, is that what the glitch was about a few weeks ago? Scary shit, if you want my opinion. Let's see what else is being reported. Okay, so it says, let's go back to this article. The senior defense official said the U.S. did get fighter jets, including F-22s, ready to shoot down the balloon if ordered by the White House. The Pentagon ultimately recommended against it, noting that even as the balloon was over a sparsely populated area of Montana, its size would create a debris field large enough that it would put people at risk. The official would not specify the size of the balloon, but said it was large enough that despite its high altitude, commercial pilots could see it. What? The official said what concerned them about this launch. Hold on. Was the altitude the balloon was flying at and the length of time it lingered over a location without providing specifics. You know, I get what you're saying, peas in a pod, but like that's kind of a different topic, right? Like, I just feel like just because when there's something different, right? Like, this is a complete different change of pace. Like, we usually would shoot this thing down, no questions asked, but this is a totally different scenario. And I think that's what's got everybody shook is that, like, oh my God, why are they not responding like they normally would to something like this? CNN is reporting it now. Here's another photo from CNN of it. This one is taken by Larry Mayer of the Billings Gazette. The Pentagon has been tracking the balloon for several days. While the balloon's current path carries it over a number of sensitive sites, the official said it does not present a significant intelligence gathering risk. The balloon is assessed to have limited additive value. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure China's just doing it for the fuck of it. I'm sure China's just doing this for the fuck of it. They're scared to take it down, I think. I think that's what it is. The U.S. believes Chinese spy satellites in low Earth orbit are capable of offering similar or better intelligence, limiting the value of what Beijing can glean from the high-altitude balloon. Quote, it does not create significant value, added over and above what the PRC is likely able to collect through things like satellite in low Earth orbit. The government has engaged with the Chinese government, both through the Chinese embassy in Washington and the U.S. diplomatic mission in China, according to the official. It was the strong recommendation of senior military leaders, including the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, not to take kinetic action due to the risk of safety. I just got a Daily Beast alert that there's a Chinese balloon over the U.S. Where was I? Not to take kinetic action due to the risk to safety and security of people on the ground from the possible debris field. U.S. national security officials have constantly warned about Chinese espionage efforts, and the balloon's presence in the U.S. comes at a sensitive moment when Secretary of State Antony Blinken expected to travel to Beijing in the coming days. A significant trip meant to follow up on Joe Biden's meeting with Chinese President Xi. The president has been briefed on the balloon's movements and requested options on how to deal with it. Did he read that off a teleprompter too? Biden took Miley's advice not to order the balloon shot down. Of course he did. He's a teleprompter reader. The senior defense official mentioned reports from Wednesday about a ground stop at Billings Airport and the mobilization of assets, including F-22s. So this official that's remaining anonymous says, why not shoot it down? We have to do the risk reward here, the official said. So the first question is, does it pose a threat, a physical kinetic threat to individuals in the United States and the U.S. homeland? Our assessment is it does not. Does it pose a threat to civilian aviation? Our assessment is it does not. Does it pose a significantly enhanced threat on the intelligence side? Our best assessment right now is that it does not. So given that profile, we assess the risk of downing it. Even if the probability is low in a sparsely populated area, the debris falling and hurting someone or damaging property wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it.
Roberta.
Welcome, Susan. The Goodyear blimp. Absolutely, I agree with that. They are definitely monitoring our response to this. And this is just the beginning of things to come, I think. We have turned a corner in some weird times. In some world weird times, you know? But let's zoom down in on this H ball. The Hong Kong Chinese New Year ball. And that is currently where it is. It's just by Chimes, Arkansas. If you're in the Chimes, Arkansas area, you can get a picture of this thing. See if it has lights on it. Look at Rupert Baptist Church. Rupert has his own church. Candy Smith, I know, we are shook. We all think blow it up. I mean, why are we letting this happen, right? Let's just let it do its thing, chicken wing. Nothing to see here. They've just been tracking it for a couple days now. With their tails between their legs. And I see military presence. Where did it go? I think it was down here, Fort Worth or... No, Wichita. We've got several Air Force jets up in the air. Right here, like 3 or 4 of them. And we've got Amazon. I mean, there's nothing to see here. It's just a Chinese spy balloon. It'll be interesting to see where it goes next. Where'd that bitch go? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I'm going to definitely keep an eye on this tonight. I don't trust that damn thing either. I don't know how fast it's going. Ground speed 8 knots. I don't know anything about that. I wish I did. It's moving pretty quickly, though. Okay, so 8 knots is equal to 9 miles per hour. So 8 knots is 9.21 miles per hour. I know, like we can't lose sleep over it, but what are we going to do? I know, Prepper, that's what I was thinking, like one of those lanterns you light. Prepper said maybe it's one of those Chinese wish lamps that just got away. The little sucker just got away. You're welcome, for the record, Your Honor. Lauren says if it's full of weed, my address is ... Mark Klein, you ordered Chinese tonight?
Roberta.
Yikes.
Yep, China's got everyone by the ball sack, huh?
These nuts.
And they're just like not even hovering around it. Like, they're just like, let them do their thing. So it's moving at about 9 miles per hour. And it is calibrated at an altitude of 63,400 feet. Just to give you an idea, here's a FedEx plane. And that thing is calibrated at 36,000 feet. So it's double. So it's twice as high as a regular plane. And the FedEx plane is going 394 knots, which is 453 miles per hour. And this little bitch over here is literally, it's 19,324 meters. For those of you that are metric. Now it's at 6 knots, which is about 7 miles per hour. 11 kilometers for those in the metric system. This is full coverage, you guys. This is like, I'm converting metrics for y'all. Come on. Come on, support me. Support the starving artist. I'm just kidding.
We will put you behind bars at the Marcino Motel.
Yeah, the mainstream media is not gonna bring you the stuff that YouTubers are gonna bring you. They're just not. Let's see what else we've got. I can't with the Chinese balloons. Let's see. It pulled up Sky Lanterns, Prepper. Hey, Prep, I hope you're doing good. Here's NBC. Let's see what NBC has to say about this. Of course, after the ad. Knives Out. That's a great thought, isn't it?
Pentagon team, because apparently there is a suspected Chinese spy balloon that's been hovering over the northern U.S., according to 3 officials familiar with this. A spokesperson for the Pentagon calls it a high-altitude surveillance balloon, saying they're monitoring it closely. Courtney Cuby has been on this. And, Court, so Montana, parts of Alaska, Canada, and potentially over some U.S. military sites. Do I have that right?
Yeah, so it was last spotted that we know of about around Billings, Montana. That's a couple hundred miles from Malmstrom Air Force Base, which critically is where the U.S. keeps some of their ICBMs, their Minuteman III ICBMs. That being said, as far as we know, it was not over that base. U.S. officials were still extremely concerned. So concerned, Hallie, that yesterday, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, while traveling in the Philippines, convened a meeting of his senior leaders in the middle of the night his time, including Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, other DOD leaders, the head of Northcom NORAD, who was here in D.C. at the time, convened them to discuss this. They looked at the track of this balloon, where it had been, where they believed it.
They're tracking this shit like Santa Claus. I mean, this is a joke to me.
And then they assessed its ability to actually gather any intelligence. They looked at options, including taking it down out of the sky. Ultimately, they came to the decision, to the agreement that if they were to shoot this thing out of the sky, it would create a debris field that would put people and assets on the ground in Montana potentially at risk. But it got to the point, they were so serious about this potential that when there was a window while this balloon was over Montana, they actually scrambled U.S. fighters, including F-22s, with the potential that they could take this thing out. They presented these options to President Biden. He concurred. Ultimately, they didn't shoot this surveillance balloon down, but they are taking action on the ground. A U.S. Senior defense official said that if this balloon continues to fly and it goes near any sensitive places, they keep open the option to shoot it down, and they'll move things around on the ground to make sure that it can't actually gather any important information, Hallie.
This is incredible reporting, Court. And as you say, it is significant for a lot of the reasons that you've laid out. It also feels like now that we know about it, there is a major, not just military component here, but like a geopolitical diplomatic component, right? Like you would think that the administration would be wanting to presumably send a warning to China that says, absolutely cut this out.
So all we know about that so far is that the U.S. has communicated with China, both here in D.C. and in Beijing, that they're aware of this balloon and they have sent some sort of a message. But I spoke with a senior defense official who declined to say exactly what that message was or whether the Chinese acknowledged that this was their balloon. All that we know so far is the U.S., the Pentagon, is confident that this does belong to the People's Republic of China.
Get the F out of here, man. That is crazy. And they've been watching it. They've been watching it for several days. What's this? Wait, where'd that other thing go? Is this the same one or no? This is really alarming. And they're saying, oh, this shit's been going on for 3 years. They're like, don't worry.
Verizon.
We've got some breaking news to get to. And
it's the same shit. All right, let's see what else we got here. Look at this headline. You guys will love this. No threat. Same stuff in every article. The U.S. has moved to shield sites from the collection of sensitive information. Let's see what that takes us to. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's an official presser. Look at that. I'm not even going to read that. It's the same shit we've read. Meanwhile, Hong Kong is monitoring whatever they're doing. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if it ends up going over D.C. Let's see if they let it do that. Let's see if they let it fly over the White House. Then maybe it'll get a little more real, right? Prepper, you're so funny. Wait, Prepper, I have a sound bite for that. Hold on.
A 3-hour tour.
Okay, I'll show you guys the flight path. Only because you asked nicely. It only starts in Vegas. We can't see its prior. That's where it begins. That's where it begins. Is in New Mexico. Hey, taters. Where did all the planes go? Where's all the planes? Where's all the planes? Oh, there they are. Okay, I was like, what just happened? So that's the only path we can see, guys. When I click route, that's it. It starts in Vegas. This is just stupid. I mean, it's just really stupid. And then here we have the Air Force. Let's see. Are any of these Army? No. Look at Wichita. Check this out. Wichita is on standby. in case Biden gets a spine. So we've got this Air Force going from El Paso. Damn. So we got that. And then we've got all these right here. Can you guys see all these? Check it out. These are all Air Force jets. 3,600 feet. This one is 2,400 feet. This one is 4,600 feet. This one is 4,500 feet. This one's 675 feet. And this one is, I don't even know. It doesn't say. Oh, 1,200 feet. So those are all Air Force jets. And there's Air Force Base right here. I get that, but is this normal? I don't know. I just noticed that there was a bunch there. And then I think there was a couple over here in Texas, but that was where I noticed like a cluster of them. Let's go back to our Chinese blimp. Where is it? Where is the Chinese blimp? Hopefully not coming to Florida. Where did that fucker go? I don't even see it now. I lost it. Do you guys see it? Am I losing my mind? I went away from it and I don't see it anymore. U.S. Air Force. Oh, here's some shiz going on over here. Damn. Spokane. There's an Air Force helicopter. Dude, I hear some shit over my house right now. Like some jet action. Hold on. Sorry, I just got to check out my neck of the woods. I got to check out my neck of the woods real quick. Coast Guard. Allegiant. Nothing. Okay, we're safe here. Just joking. All right. I need to find this thing. Okay, so the second most tracked is also over here. And this is actually Montana and Idaho. Look at these guys are like flanked. Maybe the balloon went in stealth mode. Did you really, Sherry? But those are definitely, this is the most tracked. They're at 20,000 feet. But look, they were all circling over here. This is crazy. Where did the Chinese blimp go, though? I mean, oh, there it is. There it is. Hang on a second. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm just reading something. So I just Googled the name of this balloon, which is excuse me, HBAL 617. Okay, hold on a second. Project Loon flight. Google. Have you guys ever heard of this? Project Loon. This was in 2019. It left from Puerto Rico. But anyways, what's interesting about this is that this HBAL 617 doesn't come up to anything. Now check this out. Look at this post on Reddit. People were freaking out, like noticing this. Watch this. So HBAL 617, and it says just launched. Because look, 6,000 feet. And he posted this 2 days ago. And then John Ray says 1 day ago, just hopped on a flight radar and noticed this balloon near me. What's its use or mission? Can't find much online. 44 minutes ago. So this isn't the Chinese surveillance balloon. And then people are saying, no, it's not. Thanks, I was wondering the same thing. So what are the odds? I don't believe it. I don't believe that that's not it. I don't think they want us to know it's it. I call me a conspiracy theorist. Let me put my little tinfoil headphones. I'm going to put tinfoil on my headphones. I'm going to have tinfoil headphones because you know what? I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. I've seen a balloon. I saw the Goodyear blimp on this radar and it didn't look like that. Here's another Reddit post. First time I've seen a balloon on radar. See this? By Las Vegas. See, it's that same one. Let's see. Is that the one in Oklahoma? The Goodyear blimp is up right now. 2. I'm not buying it. But it says here, Google Loon, Project Loon. quite interesting. They say to look at the flight log to see how quickly it got up to 62,000 feet. And then a day ago, HBAL 617 is northwest of Tulsa, moving at 16 miles per hour to the east. HBAL 616 just landed near Vaughn, New Mexico after a 48-hour flight, while HBAL 617 continues to explore the edge of the weather system in Oklahoma. And then he said intelligence blues 80,000 feet, whatever that means. But like these people are like, what is this, you know? Let's see when this is from. Here's the Stratocat. This is the actual thing that they're saying it is. Eight minutes ago. A year ago, a similar incident occurred north of Hawaii. The presence of two thunderhead balloons in the area added some confusion to the event, but the unknown balloon provoked a then unconfirmed scramble. The craft was similar to the Billings one. So they're saying that there's two of them. I'm done. They're saying this is a weather balloon. Same balloon was spotted over Japan on June 17th, 2020, and September in Hachino City, and September 3rd, 2021 in Miyagi Prefecture. This is all 20 minutes ago. The confirmation of the Billings balloon as Chinese shed light on other incidents in the last 2 years involving unknown balloons of the same type. See this? Stratocat, January 6, 2022, strange high altitude balloon sighted today above Fort Blair. Let me make this bigger. Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India a few years ago, TIFR National Balloon Facility planned to launch stratospheric balloons from there, but never materialized. So they're like, what the fuck is it? Unknown balloon seen February 1st above Billings Airport while a military exercise grounded all planes for an hour and a half. More on it in Balloon News number 11 next week. Second launch this morning from Raven Aerostar facility in Santa Fe County, New Mexico. HBAL 616 launched on 131, remained wandering in New Mexico at 64,000 feet. HBAL 617 flying at 58 knots, or I don't know, 58,000 feet. Crossed 3 states in 11 hours and is currently over Oklahoma. See, they're I'm not saying they're lying.
3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
But it says here that they launched their first balloon of the year and it landed in Antarctica. I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe it's not it. I think it's a little interesting that it's... What is Elon saying anything? Are these like his relatives coming down from space? Look at his. No, he hasn't. So, but he did put 53, 7 hours ago, he put 53 more SpaceX Starlink satellites into orbit this morning. Falcon 9 had its 200th successful mission. Crazy stuff. Okay, let's go back to the flight radar and see if it's made any change in its direction. But I definitely will keep an eye on this. You guys know. I wanted to see what other ones were being tracked. What's number 3? They're probably going to go land. Let's see what else is being tracked. Number 4 is the freaking Goodyear blimp. And then number 5 is SAM, United States Air Force. So Sam is making his way over here. So I don't believe for one cotton picking minute that this is not the Chinese balloon. Fight me. And then the other one is London British Airways. Why is this one being tracked so much? Why is this one being tracked so much? It's flying into San Francisco. Why is that such a big deal? I'm curious about that. And then the next one is Rio de Janeiro to Buenos Aires. I don't know why people are following that. There's 628 people following that one. And then there's Seattle to Boston, which is the next one people are following. Probably because it's going over that area. But doesn't it look like all these airports are grounded? Like there's nothing. Is there anything taking off and landing from these? I guess they are taking off. Yeah. I wonder if how long they were grounded. See, here's Army right here too. This, I don't know what this thing's doing. What is this? Is it making designs for us? What the freak is this? Oh, look, flowers.
She said, we came home, we planted flowers on the side of the house.
Oh, there's King County. I never knew where that was. That's really interesting. We have Coast Guard, which is probably normal. British Columbia helicopters. Yeah. They're hot around the borders right now, but this one from Copenhagen to San Francisco is the 10th tracked. So let's go back to our balloon. Our balloon is being followed by 1,500 people. Hard to say what direction it's going to take, but we shall see, guys. I'm going to get off of here, and I am going to go eat my dinner. But I will keep an eye on this. If anything else happens, that I feel like it's now moving at 8 knots, 9 miles an hour. So right here, it's going to have to take like it can either keep going and go straight for DC, or we should take wagers. Where's the Chinese blimp going to go? Or it could come down and come to Florida. So right now it kind of looks like I'm in its path. And I'm not really digging that. So I am going to get off of here and I'm going to go eat dinner. I know I see all the red balloons. You guys are so funny.
La 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 means be quiet and let me finish.
I can leave it on. I don't know if you guys want to watch it. You guys want to track it? You guys want to sit here and watch it? See where it goes? Oh, I can't because I don't have a membership or a subscription. I don't believe that band van. I think that it definitely has like a little remote control in China. All right, I'll leave it running. I can always trim this later, I guess. 500 of you? All right. I'll leave it on for you guys. I'll come back in a little bit. I haven't done this in a long time, but okay. Let's see if I can't get some Oh, she emailed some more video? Okay. I'll check after I China.
Investigating a joint for traps. Taking my telephone for text.
Thank you, Kev. Hey, Carol H. All right, let's get some tunes up. You guys can track with tunes. And then we'll see where this bad boy ends up. I hope it just keeps going east. I think that would be the best case scenario. What do you think? And I don't know if I should just go grab something to eat or actually make something to eat. So I've got to actually think. Should we play space exploration playlist? Probably really dumb. Oh, this is like we could do some ASMR like nighttime. Find yourself a comfortable spot. Relax. Breathe in. Stop it. I feel like I'm at frickin' Disney World in some exhibit. Get out of here. Exhibity. I mean, we want something that's not going to put it to sleep, but that's just chill. There we go. Oh shit, that's loud. Sorry about that. I wish I could play David Bowie. I can't. Okay, Suzanne.
that we splattering. Calling her friend, tell her pull up. Word, let's make it a gathering. They loving that baby, nah, I'm Matic now, but she loving the splash again. I just be cashing in her buns, just like a wedding, I'm crashing in. Hundreds on hundreds, I'm moving and grooving. She wanna cut up, I'ma slash again. Buckets on buckets, I'm switching and dishing. Back in my bag, going back again. I feel like Aladdin, yeah. I'm on the carpet, flying through orbits, ain't doing no talking. Wow. They on my body as soon as I walk and be stalking. They loving the drip, they think I'm a force, they gotta move cautious. Back in my duffel, I'm working a double like I'm in the office. Tell them to watch it, now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that doing. Then she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah, yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah. What you doing? Yeah, yeah. I'm back in that. Hey, where you going? And you should know that we on this forever. You don't know me well, just ask again. And you should know that I'm with all the why you sit down and just watch the film? And you should know that Khan got a bottle of Don feeling like Julio, pass it in. Mine on some M's, going in. Back in that bag where I'm going again. I'm dunking on him, just lower the rim. Free my it's all in a pen. I hit it once, I'ma hit it again. She with me, you know she a 10. She a Barbie, you know I'm a Ken. Rolling some dope, and sipping some gin. It's always been us, it never was them. Back in my bag, they know it's a gem. Tell them to watch it, now I ain't talking my pockets. Just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that doing. Then she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah, yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah. What you doing? Yeah, yeah. I'm back in that. Hey, where you going? Hey.
Live from China, 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 China. I have people that I know in China, 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 China. Live from China, 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 China. I have people that I know in China, 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 China. I've been saying China, 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 China. China! I like China. I go to China. China, 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 China. Go to China. China. China, 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 China. You went to China. China, China. Get a job in China. I know China. I love China. China, China, China.
All right, I'm back. You know, the music that you have to pay for, it sucks. Like, there's really no good options. Sorry, I just ordered some grub. Okay, let's see what the latest and greatest is in the news. Let's see here. I know you guys, Leo, Mary, it's insanity, right? It's just
China all the time.
China all the motherfucking time. Let's refresh this. We have a Chinese spy balloon. I know some people are saying this is not it. Mark Hayes. What are you talking about? Hey, Mark Hayes. Why don't you kick rocks? Hold on. I wouldn't let you in my chat if you were growing on my ass. Yeah, so they've been watching this for a few days. And it's this whole tension about Taiwan and these stupid chips and all this other crap. But convince me this is not a Chinese spy balloon. Convince a mother. So we've got it all over the news now that there is a Chinese air balloon or a Chinese spy balloon. And we have video. There's a picture. So don't worry. The government is tracking it. No worries about that. Like, we're all good because they're tracking it. Oh, we might have a... of course.
Pentagon officials are telling CBS News tonight they are monitoring a suspected Chinese spy balloon that's been flying at high altitude over the U.S. And this comes just as Secretary of State Antony Blinken is set to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping next week. CBS's David Martin is following this developing story at the Pentagon. And good evening, David. So where was this found?
Well, on Wednesday, the spy balloon was over Montana, which is where some of the silos for intercontinental ballistic missiles are located. President Biden initially wanted to shoot it down, and jet fighters scrambled to be in position. But the Pentagon ultimately recommended against it because of the danger of falling debris might pose to people on the ground.
You're what the French call les incompetents.
Over the U.S., flying higher than a commercial airliner, but lower than a satellite, conducting surveillance of what an official called sensitive sites. This official added, this has happened before, but never for this long. No.
Well, a dramatic escalation, David Martin, with that new reporting. Thank you so much.
Could this doorbell video help prove murder? A cop's wife shot dead. What happened inside their house? Or did he?
There's something not adding up.
48 Hours, now stream.
All right, let's see what else we've got. That sounds interesting, huh? We've got plenty of spottings. The U.S. military has been tracking it for days. It's been spotted. If you guys believe for one hot minute, okay, y'all are like, oh, that ain't it. It's in Montana. You really think that they were tracking it for a few days and the last time it was seen was in Montana, that it's still fucking there? Hell no, that shit's been making its way. Look. It took back off around freaking Las Vegas. I don't believe for one hot minute this is not the deal. And I don't think they give a damn if they're tracked, because I think they know that our government will not shoot it down. And that's just my opinion, and my opinion only. I don't think they know that we won't. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You know what, Mary? I probably misspoke. Not took back off. Not took back off. I said that wrong. It was last seen in Montana. They grounded all the planes at the airports there. And it was hovering over one of our defense missile bases, which is, let's see. Oh, but don't worry. Look, it says that they took steps to make sure it doesn't collect any pertinent information. So this thing right now, Mary, is flying at 63,200 feet. And it's traveling at about 12 miles per hour, heading right to your house. Just kidding. Thank you, Jay Quinn. Jay Quinn says, this explains the power outages here, just saying. They're checking out all of our military bases.
3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
I mean, it's flying over the Ozark Mountains, and they're saying, oh, we can't shoot it down because too much debris. Too much debris. So yeah, it went over all of this, but look at this, you guys. This is what's weird. So if you go, well, screw that. Let's go back here. Look at how it's circled. Like, stop it right now. Like, what is it doing? Some say wind. Some say this balloon has no control over where it's going. I call bullshit. I think that thing is being controlled in China. They know exactly where it's going, and they know exactly how to control it. This is not wind. Look at this shit. It directly goes around Tulsa. Like, okay. The wind just took it around Tulsa there. Look at this. The wind took it, jolted it this way too. Over here in Hayden. And then it had it go in a triangle shape figure too. Look at how quickly the wind shifted here. Holy shit. Wow. Someone call the weatherman, because that's some crazy ass wind directions. Was that a tornado? Is that a tornado? I don't think so.
3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
Bye, General Sorrow. Donald McKenzie is getting mad.
LaPointe, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Oh, Donald. It's okay. Well, regardless, people are like screaming, oh my God, that's not it. But guess what? Go to Google and put Chinese. I'm sure Russia's laughing about this too. Chinese spy balloon videos. Let's watch some videos.
Hey, podcast fans, ready to unlock our true crime mysteries? Try Dateline Premium on Apple Podcasts. You'll get early access to originals, plus bonus content, and everything is ad-free. So head to Apple Podcasts now to subscribe.
Just breaking tonight, the Pentagon is tracking a suspected Chinese spy balloon that's been flying over the northern U.S., and officials say they have even considered shooting it down. Courtney Kuby broke the story tonight. Courtney, the balloon was at one point over Montana.
Yeah, that's right, Lester. It was seen over Billings yesterday. A senior defense official tells NBC News the high-altitude surveillance balloon has been monitored by the Pentagon for several days. Wednesday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and military leaders discussed options, including shooting it down. They decided the debris could be dangerous to civilians, and President Biden agreed, that official tells us. China has not confirmed it's their spy balloon. Officials say the balloon has limited intelligence value and is not a threat to people on the ground or to aircraft. It comes as tensions with China are high, with fears of a possible invasion of Taiwan. And just as Secretary of State Blinken is expected to travel to China in the next few days for high-level talks. Lester?
All right, Courtney, thank you for that update.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What's up, Einstein? My network went into a black hole.
Seems legit, right? Here's Newsweek. Hovering. It was hovering. They're using the word hovering. I don't like that.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want to cut to the
Hovering. Okay, here's another one. John Martin. Hang on.
We do not have an effective military
Are you kidding
deterrence
me?
in the region. China has more ships, more planes, and more missiles than the United States has, to include our allies wrapped into that. And secondly, we know for a fact that Taiwan is not as prepared as it should be. And we face that reality dealing with Ukraine and Russia, and we should not repeat that mistake.
McNo.
This is ridiculous.
The Subaru of New England, Washington.
Oh, here's the
birthday
Twitter.
celebration is here. Get
That's the moon. It's a little fuzzy out here, and it's a kind of a cruddy phone, but it's slightly overcast. But what the heck is that? That's not the sun. And according to my little planet guide, it's not a planet. What the heck is that? Any help would be appreciated.
According to my planet guide. Wait, let's watch it again.
Okay. That's the moon. It's a little fuzzy out here, and it's a kind of a cruddy phone, but it's slightly overcast. But what the heck is that? That's not the sun. And according to my little planet guide, it's not a planet. What the heck is that? Any help would be appreciated.
This incident comes as Republican lawmakers and retired military officials warn that the U.S. may not be ready for a potential future war with China. It also comes days before Secretary of State Antony Blinken is reportedly expected to travel to China. Look, it's Keith Morrison from Dateline mixed with the prosecutor from Idaho. See how Google messes with you? Look at now legal in Florida. Cheech and Chong say, you got to try this. Dude, the internet is a crazy ass place anymore. It is so crazy. And now we have a spy balloon over freaking the U.S. And I know they're saying that one's not it, but I don't know. All right, let's let that ad play and we'll watch this one.
Montana is now weighing in on the suspected Chinese spy balloon that was spotted over the U.S. KREM 2's Mark Hanrahan is joining us now with the latest. Mark?
Whitney, this is a wild story that is quickly grabbing national attention. The balloon itself was spotted on several occasions over the northern U.S. over the past few days, and that includes a confirmed sighting over Montana just yesterday. We just learned a ground stop was issued from Helena to Billings yesterday afternoon because of the balloon. This has since been lifted, and within the last hour, Governor Greg Gianforte released a statement saying the balloon's presence is concerning. He continued saying, quote, "From the spy balloon to the Chinese Communist Party spying on Americans through TikTok, I am deeply troubled by the constant stream of alarming developments for our national security." So here's what we know about the situation at this hour. The Defense Department says it is confident the balloon was spotted over Billings, Montana, saying it is likely a surveillance balloon from China. The president has been briefed on the situation. It's concerning. At this time, the Pentagon says they are not shooting it down due to possible danger from falling debris. We are now working to get more information at this hour, and we will certainly bring you updates throughout the night. We do know at this hour, however, it is likely a balloon was flying over sensitive sites to collect information. Montana is home to one of the nation's 3 nuclear missile silo fields at Malmstrom Air Force Base. Now, Malmstrom, it's near Great Falls, Montana.
Where's the other 2?
Is home to intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs. The Pentagon says the balloon is traveling above commercial air traffic, and they say it does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground. Again,
where are the other 2 nuclear? Where are the 3 sites in America? Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming. There's 2. Okay, and then there's one in Montana. Then there's one in North Dakota. The nuclear triad. And we know that there's a Russian ship out off the coast of Hawaii, which is concerning. All of this is concerning to me. Nothing to see here, I guess. I wonder if you can go back in time and see, have they ever... An intelligence gathering balloon, most certainly launched by the People's Republic of China, is currently floating above the United States, the Defense Department announced Thursday evening. The United States government has detected and is tracking a high-altitude surveillance balloon that is over the continental United States right now. The U.S. government, to include NORAD, continues to track and monitor it closely. They're monitoring it like friggin' Santa Claus. And it's well above regular air traffic, which I know y'all say that ain't it. They're saying that ain't it. Well, is it a coincidence that there's this balloon that is currently at 63,100 feet and is traveling at a speed of 9 miles per hour. And supposedly this thing was in Montana yesterday. That doesn't even make sense that it wouldn't be it. Like, it's more probable that it is it. But my question is this, and I'm going to leave you guys with this question because I'll come back later. This thing's only moving at 9 miles an hour. We'll be here all night. And I can't talk all night. And I can't keep refreshing this because it times out. So anyways, I'm going to leave you with this question. We can't supposedly shoot this thing down, right? Because of the debris. That's what they're saying. Because of the debris, we can't shoot this balloon down. How is it that we are able to like blast asteroids and meteorites and detect those and get them the fuck out of here before they come near us? But instead, we're just sitting back and watching this thing just traipse across our country, over our military bases, our airports, our roads.
Did I ask them to do that?
It's crazy. I mean, what are the odds that this isn't it? Or is this a is this a decoy to make us think it is? But regardless, they've admitted there was one up, and they're saying yesterday it was in Montana. I mean, we have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have... Yeah, it explains a lot. It explains a lot with the medications, Mr. J. Quinn. We only need a pin. I know, let's just poke that mofo. But it is floating in a southeasterly direction, which I'm not really digging. And I can't go back on its history. It won't let me. But it went around the Tulsa airport here, which I thought was kind of interesting. If you look, it was going towards the airport, like full out towards the airport. And then this big gust of wind, the people that like to believe it's controlled by the wind, it had it go in this direction. Check this out. Look at this. It shot it up this way and then shot it down. No. This thing was in autopilot and then they took control of it. Because look at this shit. Look at that. That's some crazy shit. That's a crazy path. Crazy town. If you look in on it, like its path, excuse me. If you zoom in on the path, it's pretty nuts. Okay, so it goes up here and then it comes back down. But watch this. Look what it does. It goes down here. And it like loop-de-loops around like, oh wait, we need to get something else here. Like what the hell? Look at that. And then it creeps back up. And then it does some kind of weird thing here. Like, what's this all about? That's weird. See, now that just can't be a chance thing. Yeah, it could have been weeks, could have been months, could have always been here, and we just don't know. Somebody's definitely controlling that shit. Come on. They're not fooling anybody. And then you look over here, they did another dart. See that? This thing is the size of 3 buses. Look at this shit. Look at that. I mean, it just continues on and on. Like, completely over the Ozarks. And now, let's see where we are. Well, we're not out of the woods yet. But where it goes from here, nobody knows. It's going to be the tracked Chinese balloon, the Chinese blimp. So if you guys want to track this on your own, you can go to Flight Radar 24. Flight Radar 24. You know, and this is what I have to say about conspiracy theories. I think it's so funny because all the things that we've always called conspiracy theories are now becoming not conspiracy theories, you know? Look at JFK. Now it's, oh, the CIA did it. I mean, the times are changing, and perspective, like someone said earlier, is really huge right now. So it's just a huge turn. I don't know. I think everybody's feeling it. Mary P. I know, right? Like, I just got off here and I'm like, I can't. I have to go live about this. So Prepper says all those yellow blips are his ex-wives.
Did I ask them to do that?
Franny, I know they don't want to talk about it, but I mean, I just think now, you know, the truth is stranger than fiction, and we're finding out that the things that people were called crazy about is very, very much so true, you know? And also, the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys, I watched another documentary on Ruby Ridge. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Ruby Ridge. It's actually in Idaho. And it's crazy. It's crazy to watch it now. It happened in the 90s, but I implore you guys to check out Ruby Ridge. Just put it in YouTube. Watch a documentary on it. Your mind will be blown. I would love to cover that sometime. So maybe we'll do Ruby Ridge, Waco, and Oklahoma City bombing like series. We can do like a series on those because those were big. Like Randy Weaver back then was told, like, called a conspiracy theorist, called a Nazi, called this anti-government. Be afraid of him, blah, blah, blah. His wife was killed, shot in the head by our government while holding her 10-month-old baby. Their little boy was shot along with his dog. It's awful. So, but it happens and it's real. And those three kind of all play on each other like in sequence. So it would be interesting to go over those three. Yep, check it out. Put in Ruby Ridge, Randy Weaver. They set him up. So they basically asked him to saw off shotguns. And he's like, oh, sure. Yeah, that's easy. And he got out a file and he started doing it. It was at a Aryan Nations thing. I think he got invited. Randy Weaver got invited to this thing. He went there. It wasn't really his thing. And the ATF figured he would be a good one because he's not as crazy as the other ones, right? He wasn't really into it as much as the other ones. And so they approached him and asked him to do this undercover shit. And he said no. And he said, no way. I'm not working for you. I'll never be a snitch and I won't do it. And he didn't do it. And instead they sent an undercover agent in to set him up to saw off a shotgun, and the rest was history. And before you knew it, there was 400 plus agents surrounding their cabin up in the frickin' woods of Idaho. I mean, they couldn't have been like, when we say, you know what, we're going off grid, they literally went off grid and they were still fucked with. Their boy was killed, their dog was killed, the mother was killed, and they were holed up in that cabin, scared to come out for over a week. So I implore you guys to check that out. It's a really it's really sad. And there's a really good documentary with his daughter who survived. And it's an older one. Check that one out too. But yeah, now it's like these things that people said, oh shit, you know, this is just conspiracy theorists. These are hey, Legendary. Yeah, they're just going to let this motherfucker go. It's on the loose. Here, I'll zoom in one more time. We'll see where it's at. It is right almost over Clinton, Arkansas. So it's in Arkansas and it's heading to Tennessee, it looks like. It's either going to make a turn and go over Memphis, or it's going to go down Mississippi. Or it could make a crazy turn and go up into Missouri. Nobody knows, but will it end up at the White House is the question of the day. That is the question of the day, folks. Yep, Waco, Ruby Ridge, and Oklahoma City bombing. One more thing I want to say too is with the Oklahoma City bombing. How was Timothy McVeigh caught? Timothy McVeigh was pulled over in his getaway car on a freeway in Oklahoma. And Timothy McVeigh was so smart that he put together this big, huge truck bomb all by himself. Like, he had the help of this stupid Nichols guy and this stupid 40-year guy who got a new identity for testifying against him. But, you know, there's nothing to talk about there. But he had no license plates on his getaway car. Now, you tell me why this dude who just pulled off the biggest, worst bombing, like even like bin Laden couldn't do this in the basement of the World Trade Towers in 93, right? It all started there too. The World Trades, they couldn't do it. They had a truck bomb, but they couldn't do it. But Timothy McVeigh said, hold my fucking beer. Hold my beer. I got this. And he did it all by himself, but he forgot to put the license. He took the license plate. He didn't have it on the getaway car. No license plate. So he got pulled over by some rinky-dink cop. And he tells the cop, I've got a gun. There was no one else around. He could have shot that rinky-dink cop and kept it fucking moving. And then the weird thing is, McVeigh's license has whose address but James Nichols' address in Michigan. So where do they go? They raid Mr. Nichols' farm. And they labeled him also an anti-government extremist. It's crazy. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe any of it. Any of it. Yeah, it's heading. It's not to Florida yet. So, all right, you guys, take care. Bella says goodbye. My dinner's here, guys. Ooh, that's interesting, Mr. 9. Shh. That's really interesting. I'll keep an eye on this, and maybe I'll see you guys later tonight, or I'll see you tomorrow. We will check this out later. Yes, that is my case, Kevin. We will go over that for sure. All right, you guys. Say goodbye to the Gina balloon. I'll see you guys later. If I don't see you later, I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night. See you guys.
Elaborate.
You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. My God. I ain't got time.
You'll see J again.